lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. My name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for today's reading, my simple prompt is, how can you let more sunshine into your life? So if you haven't been here before, I do tend to have simple prompts that come through me when I am meditating on what to channel, what to ask for each reading, and then I just jump down the rabbit hole. I don't have a lot of structure other than that prompt usually. I just like to go on the journey that the reading wants to take us on. So that's what we're going to do today. And we also have the beautiful Oxeye daisy taking up space here. So go ahead and choose group number 1, group number 2, or group number 3. Click the corresponding timestamp down below, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. If you haven't been to my channel before, my name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most abundant and authentic nature and path. So for today's reading, the simple prompt is, how can you allow more sunshine into your life? That is what came through me when I was praying about and meditating on what to do in this reading with these beautiful daisies. And of course, their essence is the essence of sunshine. So that's what came through. And it was also reminding me of a friend's parents when I was younger. It used to call me Sunshine Simpson. And that just brought joy to me. And I kind of do want, in a weird way, sometimes, when you're younger, it's easier sometimes, and I'm not going to speak for everyone. Sometimes people can carry it on throughout their life, but I do find that when I was younger, I was more exuberant, more bright. The sunshine of my being shone a little bit more brightly and effortlessly. And, when you go through things over time, in my case, it's been a lot of processing of trauma and mental health stuff. You kind of lose that glimmer, and it's not as, it doesn't come as easy and as effortlessly. And I do want to bring a little light into your world and a reminder of how you can access the sunshine from within. So that is going to be another intention for this reading. So it's not just how can you bring more sunlight into your life, but how can you access the sunlight that exists as you, through you, and for the world, of course, because when you're shining your light, it serves the world too. So today we have the Oxeye daisy. So the Oxeye daisy is a very significant flower that represents loyalty. It is a very long-standing flower. Like, these daisies have been blooming for, I want to say, 2 to 3 weeks now, and they're still out there. They're still thriving. And I read that they are an indicator of no, it was more of like they can help prevent soil erosion because they grow so rapidly, and they can fill up spaces in a field and keep the soil healthy. So I like that as well. Very generous plant, very abundant plant, expansive plant. Love that. And then lastly, the symbolism in the picture of this app is loyal love, gentleness, innocence, determination, good fortune, and good fortune in romance. So, all right, let's get into the reading. I'm going to put your Oxeye daisy right up here. And for your overarching theme card today, I pulled a card from the Tarot Flora, and your tarot card is the Tower. I'm sorry. This is your overarching theme, the Tower, one of the scarier cards in the deck. No, this card is about the old crumbling, what just doesn't serve you anymore, crumbling away. I am not someone who's afraid of the Tower card. I find it oddly comforting because I've been through plenty of Tower moments in my life, and the Tower card, I'm just no stranger to it. I like things crumbling when they don't serve me, as uncomfortable or resistant as I tend to be when that's happening in my life. I like that there's this higher order that really helps us to align to something greater than ourselves, and knows better than us. Like I'm happy for that, you know? So I'm happy that we go through times of like crumbling and letting go and shedding, and just knowing that on the other side of that shedding, there's something beautiful. There's something real. There's a nugget of gold, you know, there's something that will emerge within us to take the place of whatever we left behind, that's way more authentic to who we are. So yeah, so let's go ahead and pull a couple of the Nature's Whispers oracle and get some more context and texture to the reading. There's like an uncertainty here. It's like I want to pull this card, but it doesn't want to come out. So there could be some resistance, as I mentioned, like resistance to a Tower moment or resistance to a shedding. So I just wanted to take note of that. We have number 26 with Be True to Your Heart. This card's gorgeous. If you want to screenshot this card and this imagery, I'm going to put it up here for you to see. It is a beautiful card. Like the artwork's really beautiful, and it instantly had such an amazing presence that I thought you might want to. I mean, like looking at, ooh, wow. The first thing I saw was this gem, and it felt like, okay, so what I'm getting from this card is your heart center and the gem being connected to the heart center, or this like outsourced thing. It feels like the gem came directly from the heart, and then the gem itself is an oracle. So the gem, you can stare into it and it can be your guidance. And this is interesting because I was actually listening to a reading or to a video earlier by Amanda Francis, and she always says your heart's desires are safe guidance. And I feel like that's what this card is evoking. Your heart's desires are safe guidance. You can follow the light of your heart and what lights you up. And these ships moving forward are carrying you forward into your heart's desires, into what's truest for you. This is a feeling of shedding limitations. I'm getting an energy of someone who is on the brink either of following these heart's desires and taking bigger risks to do so, or falling into, or like just believing into limiting voices, believing into societal voices, believing into energies and like thought forms and structures and internal, what's the word? Well, for some reason the word suffering, that's interesting. Suffering is coming through. Maybe there's some attachment to suffering here. I don't know. But ingrained belief, just patterning, that it feels like there's some resistance around clearing that away and letting that go. Because you're being called into greater expansion. You're being called into greater truth. And maybe there's been a questioning of your heart's desires, if it is safe guidance, if it is true, if it's not just selfish, or if it's not pipe dreamy, you know, like, but this oracle is here to tell you that it is safe guidance. Your heart is the purest form of guidance for you. And I think maybe there's been a lack of trust in the heart, just because sometimes the heart can seemingly lead us astray when we, like, there's almost like too much leaning on, okay, yeah. So there's a balance that wants to be struck between the heart's desires and going after the heart's desires and lived experience and knowledge. So for instance, let's say someone really likes someone else or is falling in love with someone else, and their lived experience is telling them, okay, this person doesn't care about them because they are not making an effort. They are only seeing you when it's convenient, that kind of thing. But your heart really feels like a soul connection. So, in that instance, obviously, I would advise you to lean a little bit more into your logic and your lived experience that tells you, oh, this person's not honoring you and not really serious about you, because they're not, like, regardless of it, if the soul connection is there. In that case, I would advise you to listen to that logic and lean into that and be gentle with your heart in that process. And your heart's not wrong in that process, but just you're protecting your heart. You're saying, I've been here before. I know where this leads. And while I am so grateful that my heart will expand and open towards this person, my wisdom is going to tell me to walk away. So there is a balance to be struck. And maybe we've leaned, when it comes to some desires of the heart that are front and center right now, and it, like, whatever it is that we are, like, contemplating right now in our life, and whether or not it's worth it to go after it. There's a message here to lean more into the heart's desire for guidance. Now I'm curious what this could be. What is this desire? When I was seeing these ships here, I was thinking of travel. It's anything that makes your soul feel like it can soar, makes your soul feel like it can breathe and exist freely on the earth as itself. Whatever makes your heart happy, whatever makes your soul happy, truly, truly happy and free, that's what you're meant to go after. It's as simple as that. It really does feel so effortless and simple. Like, of course you would go after this thing. It's meant for you. It's literally the outpouring of who you are. It's the outpicturing of who you are. This dream. And of, like, the truest essence of you, of your light. So walk towards it bravely, willingly, willfully, and don't look back. You have, well, I was going to say you have permission, but you have permission from the universe to go any direction you want. You have free will and you have choice to figure out what that's going to be. That's up to you. And you have the freedom to explore your heart and to explore your soul and to know exactly what that is. Okay. We also have You Are Worth It. Okay. You Are Worth It, number 23. There's another ship on the horizon. Wow. I was looking at some of the other cards just now because I I was curious if there were a lot of ships. And there aren't. I'm like picking up random cards. Nope, there are not ships on all of the cards. It's not like a common thing. So you've got 2 cards out of this deck that happen to have these ships on them. And this one looks like, well, that one looked like the ships were going out. Oh my gosh, seriously. Oh my God. Okay, look at this. So, okay, so this one has 2 ships that are heading away from her. And this one has a ship that is heading towards her, but it's in the shell. It's a dream. It feels like it's a dream. It's like a golden dream. And so these things that you're letting go of and you're leaving behind are sailing away. And this is your dream that you see in your little conch, whatever that's called. And look at this one. Now this one, you're on the, it's like it's day turned to night. Actually, no, I think that was night too. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. You're on the shore and you are waiting for your ship to come in. This ship is heading towards shore. So this dream is meant for you and it wants you just as much as you want it. And again, this is going to be different for each person watching, but it really feels like it's whatever makes you feel the most honored, loved, and free. Like freedom really feels really strong here. Freedom, like light, happiness, joy. Yeah, it's so simple. I feel like we complicate things so much, but it's like, what brings you the most lightness? What brings you the most joy? What feels the most you? And it's as easy as that. Okay, so I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Animal Apothecary. Oh, we've got one. And we have self-worth, self-love, self-value, self-respect. And we have number 11 with this sweet little pig standing on 4 coins. It's kind of making me think of 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is about security and frugality, being frugal with your money, being frugal with your resources. I mean, maybe this dream is something that you need to save for. And with this being like self-worth, love, value, and respect, you saving for this dream is honoring yourself. So you like being more frugal with your money and honoring that money in such a way that is balanced between like the health of your body, mind, spirit, and soul. And also feeling good and light throughout your life, but also it's like making room for this dream. Like the more you, like, I almost feel like like if you had a savings account, and a piggy, like a piggy bank, that's interesting. It's almost like opening up a savings account specifically for this dream. And this might not be for everyone. Maybe some of you, your dream is this partnership or something. Obviously you don't need money for that. But for those of you that it's going to cost money. Yeah, I would recommend opening a savings account. And even if you have like $5 here and there, even that amount is telling the universe, is putting it out there. And telling yourself and telling your soul, like, this is important to me and I have space for this in my life. And I have space and I'm creating space for this in my life. And then we have no expectations. Interesting. This is giving... Okay, so it's number 22. There's a key and there's a panther kind of blocking this door, but you still have the key, so that's interesting. The panthers... It's almost giving... Like, it's scary to take this leap of faith into choosing this dream for yourself. Like, it feels, whether it's risky or not, it feels risky. Like, it feels scary to move forward. It feels like you're almost doing something wrong. Like, am I really worth it? Like, do I really deserve this? Like, it's and also comparing yourself to others. Like, if other people don't get to have this, then why should I? It's that kind of feeling. Like, that's the risk almost. But it's like, do I dare? Do I dare walk towards this dream? The answer is yes. Yes, you dare. Please, for the love of God, walk towards your dream. Because the more you, like, the way this door is, like, the more doors you open. Like, imagine if you open this door and you walk towards your dream and you live it out. Imagine that action, you broke crazy, like, human soul cycles. And I don't care if you have offspring or not. When you break a cycle in yourself, you're breaking a cycle and opening doors for other people in this universe, on this planet, other human beings to do the same. So you're not, like, it's not that you're special or anything. It's not that you deserve it more than anyone else. It's that we all deserve to go after what we really want. And you going after what you really want helps others to do the same. And you have to get that in your head. You have to really believe in that. Because that's the absolute truth. That's the absolute truth. That's how the soul of humanity works, like the collective soul of humanity. When we break one cycle in our own being, we've broken cycles for others. I believe that's how it works. And I think, recognizing that and knowing that not only are you doing this for yourself, but you're doing it for humanity as well. That will really help you move forward, I think. Okay. Getting into the tarot finally after 20 minutes. It's just time to go, man. That's what I heard. It's time to go. Just staring at this Tower card. Like, it's been burning down. It's time to just walk away, recognize that it's over, and move forward into what may feel scary right now, what may feel dark right now, but will one day be that sunshine that you're inviting into your life. That will one day be, like, you'll never look back and you'll be living in a whole new paradigm of light. Okay. Page of Cups. Hell yeah. Lightness, freedom, childlike energy, surprise. I do think you're being carried into a life of effervescence, like a life of lightness, a life of freedom. Like, it's hard to put into words, like carefree, like carefreeness, feeling safe to unfold, feeling like your world truly reflects the light of your soul. Like, I'm seeing someone in a home with huge windows and like light furniture and blankets, like light colored. Everything's just like kind of minimalistic and open, and like the birds are chirping outside, and there's like a flowering bush right outside on their deck, and like, I don't know, there is such joy ahead of you, and inside and out, like inside and out within your being, but also inside and out as in reflected back to you in the physical world. Okay. We have death, which I think makes sense. Death, rebirth, number 13. The Five of Pentacles. Monetary stuff keeps coming up. We were talking about the Four of Pentacles earlier and being frugal. Yeah, that's interesting. We're going to circle back to that after I pull more cards. Seven of Wands. Three of Wands. Another sailboat. 3 ships. Nine of Swords. Okay. And for confirmation, directly under the card I said felt like the Four of Pentacles is the Four of Pentacles. So that is a really strong energy here. Sometimes Four of Pentacles can be grasping too tightly to something, which could make sense with what we were talking about with the Tower card. So, you know, some of these cards are kind of intense, and I think there's some fear in moving forward with the path you really want. I'm feeling it in my lower, when I'm talking about it, like my lower back, like this sacral area, but the back of the sacral. Seven of Wands can be about like protection and self-defense. I wonder what's going on here, because it feels as if we're clinging to what makes us feel comfortable, and we're afraid that if we move forward and step into more expansion, we are going to, I don't know, lose sight of something important in our lives. It feels, I'm doing energy work as I speak this, so like I'm doing energy work on that lower back spot. So I don't know if this is for you or for me or what, but that's what's happening. That felt better though. I just like cleared some energy. I really think just ultimately there is some unnecessary clinging to the past here. Unnecessary clinging to what was, probably a fear of, if I let go of all of this stuff, like these connections, these thought process, these beliefs, these attachments, these ties, whatever they may be, like if I let go of them, who am I? I don't even know who I am on the other side of this. Will I get lost? Will I, like for instance, in my case, okay, so I think this might relate in a way. Like I've had experiences where when I, like, just as I was about to rise to another level, like just as I felt so expansive in my soul and I was ready to take the next step in my life, like I would get knocked down with, I'd either feel, I mean, it's been intense. Like I've had spiritual attack. I've had, I mean, even on like in like little ways, like when I'm pushing and I'm wanting to expand and grow, I will hit like internal resistance, or my body, all of a sudden I'll be really tired. You know, that's what this feels like. It feels like you're on the brink of an expansion and stepping through a door into a new life in a way, and like into a higher plane of existence. And it's almost like I feel unsafe. Like I'm having a hard time moving forward. Like I feel, am I safe? Like the Seven of Wands says it all. Like, am I protected? Am I safe? I feel like I need to protect and defend myself? And I just want to tell you to breathe. I want to tell you that you're safe. I want to tell you that you are being guided by the divine. And as long as you keep prayer and keep that alignment with whatever your divine source is at the forefront, if you're ever feeling this resistance, if you're ever feeling fear about moving forward, I would say go into meditation or prayer and move through that energy. Breath work is amazing for clearing energy fast and getting over blocks really quickly. I would recommend Breathe with Sandy on YouTube. I've been doing it and it's been it's been rewiring my entire nervous system and making me feel safer and safer and safer and more grounded and more grounded and more grounded as I do more and more breathwork videos. I do it like 3 times a week probably, and I have noticed an insane shift in how settled I feel and how safe I feel. So anyway, just putting that out there. But yeah, I really do. I feel like these old energies of lack and fear, I don't know. I just feel like they're ready to go. And I'm wondering, I need to pull maybe a few more tarot cards to get some clarity around I'm just wondering why. Like, why are you holding so tightly to the past? Okay, I'm going to pull more tarot. Why is group number 1 holding so tightly to the past? Okay, so we have the 10 of Wands. I heard, as soon as I pulled it, I heard, like, I know no other way. Like, this is just how it is. Like, part of you is just integrated into these past energies and the past ways of being, and you've been dealing with them for so long that it's like they're ready to be let go of, but it's almost like I can't even fathom living life without this weight on my shoulders, or living life without this fear, this anxiety. Like how, what, when, why, where, yeah, right, you know? Like, that's the feeling. Let's see what else comes through. Temperance. So alchemical transformation wants to happen in your being. Again, with I'm like, nature is really important for you, but also that breath work is coming to my mind again. I know no better way. Exercise, but yeah, like the breath work is amazing for the like internal shifts and transformations. It's magical to me. So, we have the Devil. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles. Are we afraid to leave people behind? I think you really need to ask yourself, who are you living for? Are you living for other people's limitations? Are you living for safety alone? A sense of safety alone? Are you ignoring sparks of inspiration when they come and sweeping them aside as if they're nothing? Are you... What internal battles are going on? I think another answer to this problem with the inspiration of Wands, the Page of Wands, feels like getting out of your head and doing something that inspires you, doing something that lights you up, doing something for just to be frivolous, just to have fun, just to do something for yourself, purely for yourself. Do some spontaneous writing, stream of thought writing. What lights you up? What lights you up? Follow every little spark and do it despite the inner demons, you know, the inner dark voice that is trying, quite frankly, like trying to hold you back. There's nothing you're going to lose that was of any substance. And the people that you love will get on board with your choices, with you being more authentic to who you are. And moving forward, you'll have better relationships because you won't be hiding as much, and you'll be more in your power and in your light and in your truth. So go for it. Follow your journey into where you're meant to be, where your soul's meant to be. What's right for you. It's possible. And it's true. And you're possible. You're capable. You're true. I feel like this is a journey of the soul, and this is your own journey. And like a part of me keeps wanting to like push you forward, like give you a nudge and give you a push, like keep going, keep going. I know it's hard, but keep going. You've got this. You can do it. You can do hard things, you know, like keep going. And I think you need to be that person for yourself, because this really does feel like a soul's journey. Like, this is a threshold you're passing, and it's intense, and it's a little scary, and it's a little confusing. And, you know, I feel like there's going to be a voice that tries to convince you that it's wrong, or that you're taking, like, it's not possible, or whatever the case may be. But all of that is a lie, and you're going in the right direction by following your heart's guidance. Yeah, trust in that. Trust in that. Yeah, I don't know if there's much else I can say. I hope this reading has given you the encouragement and truth that you need. Because you're up-leveling. And that is why all of these fears or worries or negative thoughts or self-doubt or whatever it may be has been coming up. It's because you're up-leveling. Prove all of that bullshit wrong and just do the up-level regardless. And find those tools, find those tools that help you pass through those waves of doubt, those waves of fear, anxiety, whatever it is. And keep going. Keep going. All right, I'm going to pull a few cards from this butterfly affirmations deck. And then that will be your reading. Okay, so the first one is this brown and yellow butterfly. And your message is, I'm a unique child of the universe, perfectly me, exactly as I am meant to be. Yes, I do feel like this is a reminder. It's as simple as the truth of your essence. Like, if you can tap into that truth, that lightness, that childlike essence inside of you, and listen to the desires that lay there, that exist there, that's safe guidance. Find that. Write it down. Be like, okay, this is safe guidance. I'm going to follow this. And I know it's meant to be, and this dream is meant to come true. Because my inner child told me so. Your next card is, like a rainbow butterfly. That's pretty. On what? I don't know what kind of flower. It might be reminding me of a lupin first. But anyway, your message is, today everything is unfolding perfectly according to a greater plan. Okay, yes, exactly. Even though you feel all of this fear and worry and anxiety at varying levels, depending on who's reading this or watching this, of course, where you are is exactly where you're meant to be on this journey. As long as you haven't given up, you're still on the ride, and everything's still aligning for these dreams to come true. You've never misstepped, as long as you never gave up. If you haven't given up yet, you're good, you're solid, you're gold, you're on the path, and you never strayed. One more. We have two butterflies right here, and these are really beautiful, and they're making me think of this place I went to in Kentucky that had butterflies that looked like this. I like that there are two here. There could be, it just feels very like unity, and like maybe there's someone out there for you that you're meant to find on this journey, and they're going to help carry you forward to even greater heights that you can even fathom at this point. You're just trying to get to this next level, but once you're at that level, you're going to have even more heights to get to. So these are skills at the ground level that you are truly developing right now, how to rise above the mess, rise above the programming inside your being, your nervous system, and truly integrate as you go along, and continue to expand into your dreams that the world so desperately wants you to expand into, because it makes the world better. But yeah, the universe is always helping me, sometimes in unexpected ways. Okay, yes, stay open. Stay open. No expectations, but there's a feeling of finding that true essence of the desires on your heart, and knowing that those desires, like for instance, like say the desire is simply joy, union, connection, intimacy, mission, purpose, love. Like those are really the true essence of desire and dreams, you know, and the physical representation of that can be so many different things. But I think it's going to help you a lot to just stay connected to the true essence, because I think you're going to be able to get on board a little bit more. Because like when we say like, okay, so freedom and abundance. I want freedom and abundance. I want to feel like I have everything my soul needs at any given point, and I can go wherever I want, when I want. I can create my own schedule, you know, that kind of thing. If we just stay aligned with the feelings of that and like the true essence of that desire, like, of course, that's not a sinful desire to hold, you know, freedom and abundance, overflow, you know, having all your needs met, being able to experience a luxurious experience of life and in your non-selfish way, you know, like, in a way that's harmonious with the earth and harmonious with humanity. Feeling connected to that experience of life and not so much the physical, like, okay, I need this amount of money physically to support this. Instead of thinking of like the dollar amount, which I there's nothing wrong with thinking of a dollar amount. Like, oh, that'd be like, I do want to, this would be great. Like this amount would be great. I'm going to intend on that. You know, I think what that amount allows you to do with your life is more important. Like the feelings it brings you, the way of being, an experience of life it's giving you, that's more important. So yeah, there's a message here to continuously tap into those feelings and desires, and don't get hung up on how it looks in the outside world. I think that and you could do that during meditation. You can do that during your breath work if you take that advice and do breath work, or during exercise, and during any time, like time in nature, times when you have you're not distracted, like times when you're, you're in these experiences where your mind can kind of wander off, and tap into those desires. Okay. This was okay. I think I'm done. I feel like I'm done, but for some reason it just keeps lingering. So much encouragement coming through the screen, I hope. But yeah, if you need to listen to another reading, go right ahead. But otherwise, just go off and explore your heart. That's your directive. So, alrighty. Thank you so much for being here. I am honored by your presence, and I hope I see you in another reading. Bye. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling and abundant path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick a flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of my Little Flower Patreon community. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment. A sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. I've made this accessible at just $8 per month, intentionally so as the number 8 symbolizes abundance, balance, and unity. If you feel called, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to the Little Flower YouTube channel, as all of these exchanges help not only for my channel growth, but for me to feel connected to the fabric of the community who finds their way into the energetic space I've created. Feel free to browse my single infinite prayer energy healing transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and the phrase, "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip, or in other words, buy me a coffee if you feel called to. I sometimes offer personal readings, so be on the lookout for open slots for those as well. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, which is my heart and soul in video form. If you feel called to it, I'd be honored to have you over there as well. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. If you haven't been here before, my name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for today's reading, my simple prompt is, how can you let more sunshine into your life? So group number one, we went way down a crazy rabbit hole. Not what I expected at all. So again, we'll see what happens here. But we have the Oxeye daisy today. The Oxeye daisy is symbolic of devotion and like commitment, a long love, if you will. Yeah, fortune and romance. That's a weird, because I am emphasizing the romantic element, so maybe there's something here about romance, but we shall see. So for your overarching theme today, I have pulled a card from the Tarot Flora. So this is an incredibly beautiful deck. I'm obsessed with it. Let's see what your card is. Ooh, we have, oh my God, this has to be about romance. And whether this is about a romantic relationship or romanticizing your life, one way or another, it is. Because I was going to mention, there's like a saying with the Oxeye daisy that if you can pluck a petal from it for a love fortune. And this card, and I was going to mention, these cards happen to have breasts, lots of like, I know it's like just an illustration, but there are nipples on this. And I know that YouTube's weird about that. So I'm going to, what I've been doing is taking a petal and covering it up. So what we're going to do is we are going to pluck a petal from, I'm going to pick the flower you picked. And we're going to get a love fortune from the flower first. And then I will use that petal to cover up the nipples. So, okay. So what is group number 2 in your group number 2 union? What is group number 2? What is their love fortune? Let me pluck it. Come on. There it is. Okay. Oh, there's something about being chosen. Like I just heard you are chosen. If there's, maybe this is just for a few of you, but if there's someone in your life that you are choosing but isn't fully choosing you, then walk away. Period. Like that's literally the message. But for the majority of you, and those of you that I just said that little message to as well, you are meant to feel absolutely 100% chosen. The person that you're meant to be with is someone who sees you in all of who you are, and all of your flaws, and all of your beauty, and all of your quirks, and all of your weirdness. And they see you. They just see you. It's like every little element of you, they find it effortless, like to fall in love with. And you are meant to be with that person that chooses all of you and loves all of you and has that capacity to love all of you, even the parts that are a challenge. It's like someone who's evolved enough to be able to do that. So don't settle for less than that. And maybe some of you are with that person, and I don't know what to say there. There's like the word gratitude coming through. You're so lucky, like there's just like, there's a recognition of how amazing it is to be with someone like that. And a reminder that, I don't know though, it's almost like this is what it's supposed to be. So it shouldn't be something that like people are lucky to find. Like I almost want to, I'm annoyed with that idea. Like it's like, this is how it should be. So when you're in alignment, there is another person out there that can treat you that way. Like if you have the capacity to treat someone that way and to love someone that wholly and fully, then there's someone else that has that capacity as well. So it's almost like matter of fact energy is coming through. Like this is just a matter of fact. This is just what is and the potential that is. So roll with it. I like that because it's almost like this full alignment, like nervous system alignment to safe and healthy love. So that feels really good. So you got for your overarching theme, which I love, and group number 1 did get Temperance in the other tarot deck that I was using. You got Temperance in this deck. So Temperance can be, if we're talking about love, can be about chemistry. Can be about transformation. Like in this case, I'm thinking of two people coming together and changing each other's like makeup for the better. So like a very healing relationship. Like there's a creation of safety here. Yeah, I love the cups here. Like, I don't know, it's two people's energies coming together, and it's synergy. It's balance, and it's very calming. And sometimes Temperance is about that, like holding back, and I'm feeling people like taking it slow and steady. It's like a small spark that slowly grows. That's the feeling. It feels safer that way. Okay, so I don't know if this whole reading is going to be about love, but I don't see why not, because what would bring more sunshine into your life? Obviously, love would do that. So it could be. We'll see. So this is... I'm pulling a couple cards from the Nature's Whispers Oracle. Oh, the little petal is going to move. I'm going to have to shuffle my cards a little further back. I'm excited for you. I don't know why. I'm happy for you and I'm excited for you. There's just a great love ahead for you. Or maybe it's what's right in front of you. Because it does feel quite imminent. Like if it's not here yet, it's like right around the corner. That's the feeling. And there's also a message here that the more you align to this kind of love, this chosen love, the more quickly you're going to be able to attract it in, because you will have already like taught yourself to recognize it as something that is healthy and good and safe. And there's also a feeling of like, maybe in the past you've been attracted to people where you had this like fiery connection right off the bat. And this one feels like more like starting out like smoldering and slow, and then grows and grows and grows. So this may feel a little different and you might not recognize it right away, but that's a good thing. And I think, again, like aligning with it ahead of time, like tapping into what this steady, strong, chosen love feels like is going to bring it in. Okay, so we have Show Your Support, number 40. Interesting. And then the other card you got is New Experiences and Possibilities, number 18. So I really think for most of you, this is like a future relationship. This is someone new. And if it's not someone new, they've transformed so much that you can't even recognize them. But it really feels new, mostly. So with Show Your Support, I saw someone sending out a prayer ahead of time for their future partner. Like praying for them, praying for their well-being, praying for their safety, their protection, their happiness. So there's a way for you to be a supportive partner even before you meet the person. And you can do that right now. You can send out that prayer, you can send out that energy, send out that message, because it is inevitable that this person will find themselves in your life. It is meant for you. It is the love that is meant for you. So it exists in some timeline, right? It exists on this planet. It exists, period, as a part of your soul. And whether or not, you're in the right time on the timeline of Earth or of your life, that this person is standing right there in front of you, that doesn't matter, because this connection defies time. So yeah, send out those messages and those energies of support and those prayers for this person. So, interesting. Aww, and I kind of love this picture. Look at this. This is, what if they're sending out messages, and if you aren't open to it, how are you going to receive it? Or if you don't really truly believe this person exists, then when something does come in, you're going to blow it off. Like when you have an intuitive hit, or when you feel like you're feeling a connection of someone out there, but it's like subtle, and you know what I mean? Like, how are you supposed to believe in it? It does feel like they're sending you messages. They're sending you love from beyond. And I think, oh, and look, they're in like a little boat out here on the pond by themselves. It's like they're rowing your way. They're on their way. But yeah, be open to messages from them. Be open to signs from them. They are definitely out there. These birds down here are popping out at me now. There could be birds that send signs to you. Yeah, just stay open to little nudges. And when those nudges come, don't question them. Be gleeful about it. Be light about it. Be excited about it. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Animal Apothecary to go along with this. Whew, there's like an intensity going on in this reading right now. It's like a solar plexus. It's almost like I'm getting this feeling of someone who is like being brave, like someone who is working up the courage to go do something out of their comfort zone. And that could be, okay, there's such a mirroring going on in this situation, because I'm imagining the person that it's like both of you are doing that. So if this is someone you haven't met, basically, it feels like you will meet them by going out of your comfort zone and going and doing things that you have to work up that inner like solar plexus like energy to go do, like do something that's just a little unfamiliar and makes you feel uncomfortable or gives you a little bit of anxiety, but it's good for you kind of thing. Like, that's you. And then same with them. It feels like them working up the courage to come speak to you, or to come or maybe to come do the same thing, but that's like, it's a mutual energy that's coming together. Sorry, I feel like I'm like disjointed when I'm telling this message, because I feel nervous. Like that's the feeling. Like there are nerves here, and there's awkwardness here, and it's really funny kind of to tap into this energy. It might feel a little weird and awkward at first, or uncomfortable at first, but don't let that deter you. I think that's just like paving new pathways in your being, like you're trying something new, you're meeting someone new. So it feels a little awkward, but after a while, again, with that like temperance being the center and the chemistry coming together and that alchemical transformation that happens in the two of you, over time, it just feels like, how could it have ever been anything other than this? But yeah, let's go ahead and pull a couple cards from the Animal Apothecary. Ooh. Yes, transformation. The phoenix rising from the ashes, number 42. The transformation card goes right along with temperance. I think this relationship is going to change you. So this is basically like a love reading. This has just turned into a love reading. Fine. We'll just dive into it. I don't do love readings. I don't like ask, typically anyway, like not yet. I don't like doing love readings just because I have noticed through watching readings on YouTube that the love, I don't know. I fear that love readings can turn into delusion really easily and really fast. Like I think it's a little dangerous. I'd rather give like soul guidance and alignment with the self kind of stuff. But occasionally, you know, a love reading will come through in my readings. And I take that as a sign, considering I didn't even ask about love, that like I take it as an extra sign, you know, that this is meant for you and this is coming. And you have so much to be hopeful for when it comes to love. And you're so worthy of a relationship that is balanced and healthy and has longevity. Again, with the Oxeye daisy, has to do with loyalty. And like long lasting love. So it's just meant for you. It really is. And I just don't want you to give up on it or settle for anything less than what you deserve. Okay, yay! We also have Attract Through Glow, number 18, which I think makes perfect sense. I was feeling that solar plexus like churning and the awkwardness of that, but it feels like once you get through the awkwardness, like part of it's like your solar plexus just explodes wide open, feels light, confident. This relationship will bring confidence to both of you, will nurture both of your, weirdly, like the word independence came through, it will nurture both of your independence. Like this will help you both differentiate in a positive way, like be able to recognize your individual strengths and power. And like it will help, it's like you're mirroring to each other your gifts and what you're meant to do in this world, and you're helping each other to figure that out on like in your own unique paths separately while together. So I love that. It's like it's two people that are whole individually coming together and healing one another, supporting one another, and expanding one another's mission and gifts. And what can be more amazing and beautiful than that? So it's not one of those like codependent, like up each other's butts, can't do anything without the other relationships. It's like you guys find pleasure in what the other person expands into, and like watching them grow into who they're meant to be on their own in a way. And yeah, that's what you do for one another. You help each other be more of who you individually are. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to pull some cards from the Tarot of Oneness. 18 keeps, oh my God, no, dude. I looked up, I saw the timer was on 18. It was like 18:20 something, but 18 popped out at me. And then I was like, oh yeah, 18's on this card. And then I looked over here and I was like, oh yeah, 18's on this card. I forgot about this 18. So yes, 18, super important. The moon card. Okay, 18, the moon card. I think the path to meeting this person might feel a little murky and might feel like, is illusory? Is that a word? Like full of illusion and full of, like it might feel even unsafe at first. Like, because it feels like with new experiences and possibilities, this is an entirely new experience of life on earth, of union, of partnership, of even the word community came through, like of connection, of feeling connected to another person. And maybe it is connected to an entire community, but it may feel murky at first, and it may feel unfamiliar at first, but there is this, like even with like the moon, like moonlight, you're still guided by that moonlight. You're still guided by something that is carrying you home, even though it feels uncertain and feels uncomfortable at first. It's like, you know, you're on the right path. So that could even be like with the show your support and how I was talking about like sending messages back and forth. It might have felt kind of like shadowy and like not super stark, or like not like these aha moments or these like soul recognitions at first. It might just feel like little tiny, not even sparks, but like glimmers, like soft moonlight as opposed to like powerful sun. It might start out as that, and it might feel like you're traversing, at night. You're like traversing a landscape at night, but you're going to find so much beauty in that like unfoldment, and it's going to guide you home. It's going to guide you exactly where you're meant to be. And the sun is going to rise. And then you will exist in the light of day, like forever. So that sounds, I don't know, kind of corny, but yeah, I just saw someone walking with another person and traversing the dark, and then you both kind of make it to this horizon, and then the sun just cracks over the horizon, and then you kind of look at each other and you're like, oh, we made it. Oh my God. And then you walk forward together. So that journey could, represent itself in so many different ways in the material world and storylines and whatever. But just remember that, because I think when that moment of sunrise like comes, it's all just going to be clear, and it's all going to make sense. Okay. Thank you, number 18. That was a really beautiful message to come through. Okay. We got some cards exploding. We're just going to take them because it's just 3. We have life force energy. I think that makes sense. The power, 10 of Pentacles. Nice. The moon. Seriously. You cannot make this shit up. Okay, let's keep pulling cards. The High Priestess. That's amazing. I'm stoked about that moon situation. The Emperor. I feel like you're both going to be very wealthy. There's something you're meant to build together. There's something you're meant to grow together. There's a legacy you're meant to leave, whether that be both. I think it's both material and spiritual legacy. 3 of Cups. And 3 of Cups, community. The word community came through earlier. So there could be a new community that you're joining that is what brings you together. That could be that uncomfortable experience that you may start to go to. It could be so many different things, like new classes, new, like just gatherings. Sorry, I can't think of examples right now. Just any situation where you're doing something new, kind of uncomfortable, and you're meeting new people. That's literally what it feels like. I'm having a hard time thinking of examples other than like my own life, which like going to a workout class, going to like a spiritual ceremony, going to a meditation yoga class, like those are the things that I can think of right off the bat, that would be like putting yourself in a new place. And anything else, let me think. I just saw someone doing like an open mic thing, like a poetry reading or a music thing. What else? Like a festival. Yeah, there are lots of things, lots of possibilities there. One more card, the Action of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Okay. With the High Priestess being in the center, you and your sovereignty and your connection to your higher self, your connection to your soul, your intuition, your own inherent beauty, your purpose, you in knowing who you are is this, it's like your ultimate goal of your life. This relationship is, this is interesting. Second, like the love you gain from this relationship is secondary to the love that you give yourself. The love you give yourself is the most important thing on this earth for you. The most important part of your life. Learning how to love yourself. Learning how to traverse all aspects of who you are and find love there. Now this relationship will be a powerful catalyst to help you find that love. But ultimately, it's up to you. It's up to you to know and love yourself. And I think this relationship is a consequence of your self-love. It's maybe consequence, not the right word. I mean, I think it makes sense. I mean, it's kind of just natural. Like if you embrace yourself so deeply and you commit to knowing and loving yourself in all aspects of who you are and trusting in who you are and seeing the good in yourself despite everything, it's a natural consequence that someone who will love you in that way will find their way into your life and help you on that journey of self-love. So I really do. Yeah, I'm feeling such sovereignty coming through in the midst of this relationship reading, which is beautiful. You will never need another person to feel whole, but it sure does feel good to have another person to see you and honor you and recognize you in the ways that you deserve. This spider on this moon card keeps popping out at me. And spiders are guides for me. They're powerful totems, I believe. I mean, I think anything that evokes the kind of fear that like spiders and snakes, things like that evoke, I think they're powerful totems, because why else would they evoke such a visceral experience, like emotional experience? There's something to them. They have power. And they have medicine. And 8 legs, number 8 is about abundance. Don't know why I thought I'd mention that. And there's also an owl here. Owls are powerful guides as well. Wisdom keepers. Your spirituality is going to play a huge role in your life's work and mission. Your connection to the divine, your connection to your higher self, the soul work you've done within your own being. This is all really important to where you're going. I like that the Emperor is here with all this feminine energy over here. Like this High Priestess and Moon card are making me, it's like representative of you, this beautiful, feminine, intuitive being. And the Emperor is more of a masculine, structured, solid, go-getter, grounded kind of energy. And it's just a match. You have a match, and they are on their way to you if they're not there already. And you're meant to build something truly beautiful. And I do feel that this person is coming in to help support your visions and your dreams, to be a supportive figure in all of it. And they're going to trust you, like madly trust you. Oh my gosh, I've never noticed this, but there are, in the little branches of the trees on this moon card, there's like a dog or a wolf. There's a lobster. Oh yeah, there's a dog, a wolf, and a lobster. That's super cool. I have never noticed that. That's beautiful. Super subtle. But makes sense. It's a moon card. Why wouldn't it be subtle? There's a family on this Emperor, a family of lions on this Emperor card. Oh, there's 2 families. That's cool. There are 2 males and 2 females. I love that. And 2 babies. Maybe there's another family, another couple you're meant to work with as well. Like a group of 4. And then the 2 babies are making me think of like them bringing their resources and you bringing your resources. I mean, take that as it resonates. That's probably pretty specific, but and you having this vision for what you want to create, this purposeful, amazing vision, and you coming together to build it. I mean, yeah, we've got the 3 of Cups right next to it. So I want to tell you to go after this with the Knight of Wands and life force energy, like encompassing this right here. I want to tell you to fight for this, go after this, and make it a priority. Like this it's like manifest this, put intention into this. This is important. Maybe some of you didn't even want to love reading at all today, and this is what you're getting. And maybe, because it does seem like you know who you are, you like the self-love is strong here. And yes, you do have this desire, to meet someone, but maybe you haven't really been focusing on it. But I think, yeah, like this reading is saying, go ahead and focus on it. Like put some energy there, put some intention into that, reach out energetically. That person's out there. Include that person in your manifestation, your dreams and your goals, and just know that it's possible and it's true. It's not only possible, it just is, period. It just is. It exists. Whether you align to it and walk towards it or not, it exists. It's there. There's a powerful, not even, I don't even want to say potential or possibility. It just is. So there's something to align to there. When you're like tapping in and when you're searching your heart for what you want to create in this life and where you want to go and what you want to build, that person is there. So let them in. You're building it together. You're going to be so incredibly supportive of each other within one another's visions. It's going to be beautiful and balanced and amazing. And you're going to be able to accomplish so much more together than you could apart. So, well, okay. I think I'm going to pull some cards from this Butterfly Affirmations deck, and then we will call that a reading. Just a few more messages. Okay. Oh, no. Here we go. Okay. So we have this lovely butterfly. I just want to show it because it's on the back and they're really pretty cards. Nothing is impossible for the heart. Love will always find a way. Yeah, it feels inevitable. It's like love's going to find a way. This is meant for you. And I mean, no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to miss it unless it literally lands in your lap and then you reject it. It feels like it's going to land in your lap no matter what. What you do with it when it lands there, that's up to you. Okay. And then we have this butterfly here which kind of looks more like a moth. It probably is a moth because it says oh my God, shut up, dude. Shut up. It says every dark night must turn into a bright new morning. Like, shut up. With that scenario, with the moon card and the sunrise, like, no, I'm done. Oh, and then we have a monarch. And life doesn't have to be perfect in order for me to choose happiness. Today, I choose happiness. So maybe some of you are waiting for life to feel like aligned and perfect for this person, to like invite this person in. And the message is, well, they're going to come when they come. It kind of just feels like it has a life of its own, and it just is. So just be open, because like God knows more about divine timing than you do. So just trust and be open and reach out energetically and invite it in. Invite this love in because it's ready. You're ready. So, okay. Alrighty. I just want to show you this one. This one's beautiful. Should we read it? Yeah, we should read it too. My patience is being rewarded. My turn will come. Okay. Whatever it is you're creating aside from this relationship, whatever it is you're building, is amazing and powerful and good. And I really do feel like this person is meant to come in and help you build that. And so again, with like this, life doesn't have to be perfect for me to choose happiness. This person could come in before you think you're ready. But that's the thing. Again, divine timing. You're ready. You're ready. And it's such a blessing. So let it in. Yeah. Okay. This is your reading group number 2. Really beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. As always, I am honored by your presence, and I hope I see you in another reading. Bye. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling and abundant path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick-a-flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of my Little Flower Patreon community. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment, a sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. I've made this accessible at just $8 per month, intentionally so as the number 8 symbolizes abundance, balance, and unity. If you feel called, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to the Little Flower YouTube channel, as all of these exchanges help not only for my channel growth, but for me to feel connected to the fabric of the community who finds their way into the energetic space I've created. Feel free to browse my single infinite prayer energy healing transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and the phrase, "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip, or in other words, buy me a coffee if you feel called to. I sometimes offer personal readings, so be on the lookout for open slots for those as well. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, which is my heart and soul in video form. If you feel called to it, I'd be honored to have you over there as well. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. My name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for today's reading, I'm simply asking the question, how can you invite more sunlight into your life? And we are going down the rabbit hole to see what comes through. So we have a lot of Oxeye daisies. I went out and picked them this morning when I was walking my aunt and uncle's dog, Arlo. And they're beautiful. I love them. I've been wanting to do a daisy reading for like 2 weeks. And I kept hoping, like, I hope those daisies stay in bloom. I hope those daisies stay in bloom. And they have stayed in bloom. And they are also symbolic of longevity and loyalty, strength. Yeah, so super beautiful. And I thought asking, how can you invite sunlight, more sun into your life, was appropriate for these beautiful yellow and white daisies. So here we are. And as far as like asking about inviting sunlight into your life, I do mean, metaphorical sunlight. Obviously, the external expression of that, the real sun and brightness, is included as well. But this can be the sunlight of your being, internal brightness, joy, levity, lightness, that kind of energy. How can you invite that in? Or what do you need to hear to invite that in? So let's go ahead and get into your reading. I'll put your Oxeye daisy right up here. And for some reason, I haven't mentioned this in the other readings, but Oxeye. I wonder why it's called the Oxeye. Maybe like the center of these are really beautiful. There's some sacred geometry in the center of the flowers. And I mean, I could see this looking like the eye of an ox. Why not? And I was thinking of the ox, and I think the ox is akin to a cow. And then I was thinking of the sign of Taurus, like with the bull. So that sign could be significant. Tauruses are very earth elementy, like luxury loving, warm foods and a warm bed and a warm cozy house kind of vibes. So I don't know why I'm mentioning that. I just thought I would. But your overarching theme card is pulled from the Tarot Flora, and you have, interesting, the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords evokes the energy of someone who is learning something new, who is thinking outside the box, who is using their intellect to solve a problem. The Page of Swords makes me think of writing in particular, like writing, this is making me think of someone who's new at writing poetry, someone who's new or who's writing their first book. It's like fresh, new energy. And in terms of writing, sometimes it can be associated with epiphanies and insight. That tends to lean more towards the Ace of Swords for me. But let's just get some other oracle cards and see where this is taking us, because I'm a little confused at this very moment. But we'll get some more context and texture and see what happens. My aunt said these flowers are gladiolas. Those could be significant to some of you, perhaps. The color blue, he's wearing blue shorts. Or blue, maybe it's more of like a loincloth. He's got these antlers, so. I imagine someone who has antlers would not wear shorts. They would wear a loincloth. So I don't know. This is giving me like leprechaun-y energy, like jokester energy so far for some reason. Like I'm thinking of a young, funny person. Okay. So we have, yep, number 27, maintain your childlike spirit. And there's a fairy here swinging on a swing in the woods. Ooh, and then there's like underneath here, there are like waves crashing against rocks. Very light, very free. And then we also have, ooh, we have love matters, number 43. Okay. I just heard infuse love into what you're creating. Like infuse with love matters, and then thinking about creative project, like with the new beginnings of a creative project. There's something like universal in what you're creating that is tied to love. I mean, it's as simple as that. And I think like there's a selflessness in what you're meant to create. Like take this as it resonates. I really do feel like someone riding or someone. But then I heard, that was weird. I heard manifesting a dream job. Some of you might be manifesting a dream job. And that may feel very, very new. There might be some uncertainty there. There might be some feeling inexperienced kind of energy there. But you're meant to land somewhere amazing. Don't settle for less than what you know in your heart of hearts that you're capable of and worthy of. That might just be for a few of you, but that did come through. You're meant to bring your love, your innocence, your childlike nature into whatever sphere you're walking into as far as like your creativity, your work. You're meant to bring something truly pure into it. And it's something that this field that you're entering into, or this, or that you, maybe that you're existing in as we speak, or this like creative sphere that you're wanting to like give work to, I guess. I don't know how to put it into words. Like you're wanting to contribute to, needs your purity, needs your light, and needs your authenticity. Needs what you have to give. It's so pure. It's something that's from the divine. It's something it's like the divine working through you to put something in the world that actually means something. And there's a reminder here to stay aligned with that. Stay aligned with what's meaningful for you. Stay aligned with what feels powerful, like it really does when you make it, when you put it out there, when you do the thing. It's making an actual difference. Like the thing that feels when you're doing it, like it's shaking things up and it's changing things for the better. So that's just an initial message coming through. I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Animal Apothecary. Because yeah, I'm not getting like a huge, oh, we have magnetism through gratitude, number 31. And we have transformation, which I think group number 2 got transformation. Oh, we have number 42 and 43 right next to each other. That's kind of cool. With the page being in the center, I mean, just all the cards really, like we have transformation, love matters, maintain your childlike spirit, and magnetism through gratitude. And the page being in the center here. The energy that's coming through is of someone who is beginning a new journey. And there's a message here that there's so much to learn. There's so much to download. There's so much to take in. And you are a beginner. And with the magnetism through gratitude, there's a feeling of recognizing that it's a blessing to be where you are. And there's so much growth and learning to be derived from your current experience, or from where you're about to be anyway. This new journey, this new adventure, this new venture, this new workplace, this new creative project, whatever it may be for you, this new journey. You are starting from, there is a beginner standpoint. There's almost like a reminder that to me, it feels comforting to know that you've reached like all you can with what you were doing, with where you were, and you've mastered something here. And now it's time to be a beginner again. And it's exciting. It's an exciting energy. It's a humbling energy, definitely. But it's something you want to learn and you want to grow through, and you want to stumble through. It's something you're willing to stumble through. And for some of you, it might be a reminder that just because you feel uncomfortable starting, it doesn't mean it's not a worthy pursuit. And just because you do stumble through it, it doesn't mean that you're not meant to, go on this journey. So yeah, new beginnings, just blessings, gratitude, love, light. Like, just embrace this new beginning. That's the initial message that's coming through. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards from the Tarot of Oneness and see what else wants to come through here with this question of how can you invite more sunshine into your life? Well, with maintain your childlike spirit, again, with it, there's a comforting and exciting feeling of like, oh my God, I've only just began, or I've only just begun. I don't know it doesn't matter. Children don't know how to say things. It's fine. But it is like, wow, there's so much. It's like a exciting recognition of there's so much more to explore. There's so much more to learn. There's so many spaces to grow into and expand into. There's so much light and information and knowledge and wisdom to expand into. And I feel like, when you could have come from a place where you've learned all you could and you've mastered something, this could be a really welcome kind of energy, because it renews your zest for life, your vigor, your excitement, your joy. Like, it renews your investment in what you're doing, what you're creating, where you're going. So look out for those new opportunities to learn and grow. Whoop, okay. Yes, awesome. We have the 10 of Cups. That's amazing. Complete emotional harmony and fulfillment, feeling balanced and open, feeling connected to your family, your community. You're walking into a dream come true that you didn't even know was a dream. And it all starts from recognizing this learner mentality. Okay. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles. I think there's a void that's being filled. That it's almost like a void that you didn't even know. Like, maybe you knew it was there, but you didn't know just how much you needed that void filled with something beautiful. And it feels like with the 10 of Cups, it feels like connection. It feels like a feeling a part of something bigger than yourself, and feeling connected to those around you, and feeling connected to humanity in a new way. And then we have synchronicity. That's an extra major arcana of this deck. So I love that. I think you're being guided into a life that is more resonant with your soul, more resonant with who you truly are. And maybe that's what you're a beginner at. Maybe maybe like assimilating to the world and to humanity in a new way. And yeah, maybe some of you, that's the new learning. Like, just, it's more of like a soul threshold you're crossing. But for a lot of you, I do think it has to do with like vocation, purpose, mission, what you're creating, where you're working, that kind of thing, and what your work does for the world around you. We have the Four of Pentacles in the center here. Group number 1 got the Four of Pentacles, which I think they actually also got the Five of Pentacles. Ooh, we have the Magician. More rainbowy energy too. Ooh, Nine of Pentacles. And lastly, we have the Hermit. Well, Nine of Pentacles and the Hermit are very much like solitary cards, which, okay. I'm getting a really beautiful harmony though with this solitary energy. And it's reminding me of this video I watched of Carolyn Miss, I think is her name. And she was talking about the importance of a hermitage, like having a hermitage. I mean, maybe not forever, maybe not everyone needs a hermitage. But she said I don't know if she said when she moved in with her husband or something, I don't know what it was, but she made it like, it was important, it was imperative to have a room that was just hers, that was her hermitage. Like, I mean, other people obviously could go in if they're invited, like, but you know what I mean? It's designated to her solitude. And that's the energy here. It's like creating a hermitage in your own soul and giving yourself the right to have that space to yourself and to be able to enter into that solitary energy, that solitude, whenever you so need to, whenever you so please to. And that solitude being something that is so powerful for you that when you do move back and land in the community that you're in society, and like you reassimilate into society from that space, you are assimilating from a place of purpose and power and more alignment with who you are. Like, when you have this hermitage, you are so much more valuable to society because you are clear on what you're doing and why you're doing it, and you're more intentional. And this could even manifest itself in personal relationships. Like when you go and you process things on your own and you reconnect with the love you have for yourself and for others, you can bring that love out renewed and refreshed and intentionally be able to give it more powerfully. You find that inner drive and that inner courage to come out and give the love you want to give. You find that truth in what really matters, and then you go back out and you give what you need to give to the world around you to impact the world around you. So there's just a message here to create that space for yourself and be unapologetic about that. And it's like a necessity of the soul. And I love that the Magician is right next to those two cards as well. Also, the Nine of Pentacles does tend to be about, it can be about like self-employment or you taking care of yourself. And that might be, for some of you, really important for you to know that you can take care of yourself and to know that you can support yourself and that you are this entity unto yourself that is providing not only for yourself, but for the world around you. So that could be something there. There could be something there as well that needs looked at, that needs recognized and honored. Because Ten of Cups does make me think more of like community and union, but I feel like for you in particular to have a harmonious like union with your family, with your community, you do need this independence and this self-sufficiency, this sovereignty. Super important for you. So don't ever be like, if you're one of those people who have a hard time taking time to yourself, please don't worry about it, because you're going to be such a better person for your loved ones once you do. The The fours are all popping out at me. I just want to mention that. I don't know if 4 is a really significant number for you. 4 is a number of security, groundedness, stability. You're walking into, I think, a security, a groundedness, a stability. I mean, the 4 of Pentacles is the most stable card in the deck. It's Pentacles, which is earth element, and then 4 is the most stable number. So there's a sense of rootedness here. Give yourself what you need. That's the feeling. It feels like with the 5 of Pentacles being present, I feel like sometimes you're denying yourself of your true needs and you're making excuses. Like there's a lack, like mentality of like, okay, maybe I don't have enough money for this, when you do, really. And when you spending like money on something you need, that spending money to help you attain something your soul needs, will ultimately create more abundance in your life in general, will create the situation for you to manifest more abundance in general. You know, it's that kind of thing. It's like you're denying a soul need of yourself. It doesn't have to be about money. And you're saying it's because of like, oh, I don't have the time, or I don't have the money, or maybe I have to spend my time and energy on my loved ones, and I can't, like I'd feel guilty if I took this time to myself, whatever it may be. Ultimately, that's a lack energy that you're feeding into that spreads, you know. It's, I mean, ooh, I don't want to scare you or anything, but like, it's when you declare the abundance, time, energy, and space to give your soul what it really truly needs, then the world like responds in kind, and everyone's happier for it. And you're more purposeful and intentional for it, and more grounded and stable for it. So, yeah, just whatever's coming up for you when I'm talking about this, like, what are you denying? What are you denying yourself that's a soul need? And figure that out and touch on it and speak to it. Maybe there's something you need to speak up about. You need to like advocate for yourself in a certain situation. But maybe you don't want to put someone out or make someone uncomfortable. You know, little things like that. Like, do the thing. Advocate for yourself, you know. Take what you need. Honor what you need. Give yourself what you need. Not really take. It's not taking from anything or anyone. It's giving yourself what you need, and then therefore in return giving the world what it needs. It's just like a mutual reciprocal energy. That's how it works. If you're depriving yourself, you're depriving the world. That's just how it works. It's like law. It's not some scary thing. It's just the way it is. So yeah, that's interesting. Okay. What else wants to come through here? I always wonder about this synchronicity card because it's an angel. It's a golden angel. And she's reaching up to the sun and touching the sun. And it looks like a statue. And she's on this golden ball. So it looks like a statue of an angel reaching up. And I always thought that was interesting because, like, with the word synchronicity feels very alive and vibrant. Oh, and there's also like a cloud angel in the background. But yeah, my question here is, why is she a statue? To me, statues feel like unchanging, frozen solid, like inanimate. So it always kind of casts like a weird energy with a card. And this is the first time, funnily enough, that I'm looking into it. 'Cause yeah, I've always had that feeling when I've seen it, like, why is she a statue? But yeah, let's answer that question now. Well, logically, it started making more sense because the statue's, you know, standing in one place all day with her arm up in that position all day. But there's only one moment in the day when that sun is right there near her hand. So that's like the synchronicity of it all. So it's the energy that's coming through is someone who's patient, who's standing there solid and still, planting their stake in their desires, planting their stake in what they know to be true, and being unwavering in that. And then ultimately the time will come when that, everything aligns. Oh, and then I'm kind of imagining when the sun reaches the angel's hand, like she becomes enlivened, like she becomes alive. What are we to learn from this story here? It feels like steadfast faith, really. Is there something you've been deliberately and unendingly believing in, unwaveringly, something you've been immovable about? And this could be a belief, this could be something you're, like a dream on your heart, something you see for yourself and your loved ones, a vision, something you've been unwavering about. And it just feels like you staying firm will pay off, and the stars will align. The sun will align. And everything will come to life in that moment. And it is meant to be. It is meant to be. And you're right. That's the feeling. You're right. I could see how that stale, stagnant energy, it could start to feel like stuck. Like, am I stuck? Am I too stubborn about this? Am I too stuck on this? But no, it feels like your unwavering connection to it is beautiful and necessary and important and powerful. I mean, your faith is powerful. Your faith is what's manifesting this dream. That alone will make it inevitable. So in essence, a lot of times people will like dog on the Four of Pentacles because it can be a clingy energy. But in this situation, it feels like faith enacted, like faith stabilized and true and unwavering, and the life that comes from that is the most powerful life, the most expansive life, the most stable and strong and rooted life. Yeah, I keep wanting to say, like, you're right. You've been right. You've got this. Keep going. Keep standing strong. It will all make sense soon. It will all unfold soon. Because it feels like kind of... with this, I've been staring at this Four of Pentacles card, and like its roots, and there's a little bunny down there and a squirrel. It's super cute. And this squirrel up here is funny. He's like hoarding his like acorns and his pinnacles. But it's like he's guarding his truth, he's guarding what he knows to be true. And it just doesn't feel negative. It feels so steady and strong. And again, I just think when this vision materializes and like comes to path and unfolds in your life, it just will feel so strong because it's like become a fixture of your being, and it just feels like inevitable. And like when the vision comes to life, it will be like all will finally feel right in the world. Like it didn't feel right when it wasn't materialized yet. It felt like, what the heck? I know this so strongly to be true. I know this is mine to have and experience, and or ours. I keep thinking of like a family unit too, like a community unit kind of thing. And it's just like when it comes to pass, it's like, yep, this was inevitable. Of course it did. This is how I'm meant to live. This is how we're meant to live. Now we can breathe and rest. Yeah. And loosen up a little bit. That's the feeling. It's like the statue coming to life, like finally loosen up. We don't have to hold so tightly anymore. We don't have to defend, we don't have to protect so tightly. It's here now, it's proven. So we, don't have to defend it from the doubts, our own doubts, the world's doubts, society's doubts, It's true. It's true. It's always been true. And now you get to see it. So it's kind of, yeah, it's just amazing. All right, cool. Anything else? Is there anything else here before I start pulling other cards? I almost want to pull like 2 more tarot cards, and then I have these butterfly affirmations I want to get into. Ooh, 0707 when I looked up at the timer. 7 is a number of the divine. This one right here. The Emperor. Duh, come on. Number 4, the Emperor. That's just a confirmation. This dream that you've been, whatever it is you're envisioning and walking towards, so strong, so stable, so powerful. Like it's just so rooted. Like it's fine. You're fine. It's coming true. Don't worry about it. Just please keep going. It's inevitable. Okay. 2 more? 2 more. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have Justice. Again, that's what the inevitability of it. Like, it's only natural. It's only right that these scales balance and this becomes yours. We have the Lovers card in the center, the feminine side of the Lovers. In this deck, there is 2 Lovers cards, and one is feminine, one is masculine. I don't know why. I just wanted to mention that. It is the feminine. And then over here, we have the 10 of Swords. So the 10 of Swords is about endings and painful endings in particular. So, and then the Lovers card with the feminine energy being there, and the Lovers being about harmony, union. The Lovers card just feels like synchronicity. Like it feels like everything lining up exactly as it should, everything unfolding in this beautiful, loving, artistic, amazing, expansive, colorful way, and like a free-flowing, light-hearted experience of life. And I feel like with the 10 of Swords being here, it does feel like good riddance, though. It feels like my old way of stiffness, of clinging, of holding so tightly and having to defend my stance so tightly, and like I don't have to do that anymore. I'm resting in this solid foundation that I've co-created with the divine, and I can finally fly free. Like I can finally live in this artistic, beautiful, light, flowing energy and live in abundance, with all my needs met, and be able to access my purpose and my mission. Like with these cards, with the maintain your childlike spirit and love matters, you're able to finally move forward effortlessly in your mission, in your path, and the way in which you want to spread love on this planet, because you are secure in this foundation that you've, again, co-created. So that's where you're headed. And so keep going, keep holding tight to this dream. You're almost there. You're so close. And just trust where you're headed, because it's beautiful. So, okay, that is your tarot message, and I'm going to pull a few butterfly affirmations, and that will be your reading. Okay, so you have this pretty butterfly here, and the universe has something very special in store for me. I agree. The universe has something amazing in store for you, and a lot of it, you already know what it is. Then we have this butterfly here with every day I'm stronger, braver, and wiser. I live and grow in harmony with the universe. Okay. One more. We have this beautiful orange butterfly. And then we have my intuition is strong and clear. Yep. I trust in the voice within. You sure do. Good for you. Good on ya. All right. Those are your messages. Thank you so much, group number 3. As always, I am honored by your presence. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling and abundant path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick-a-flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of my Little Flower Patreon community. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment. a sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. I've made this accessible at just $8 per month, intentionally so as the number 8 symbolizes abundance, balance, and unity. If you feel called, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to the Little Flower YouTube channel, as all of these exchanges help not only for my channel growth, but for me to feel connected to the fabric of the community who finds their way into the energetic space I've created. Feel free to browse my single infinite prayer energy healing transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and the phrase, "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip, or in other words, buy me a coffee if you feel called to. I sometimes offer personal readings, so be on the lookout for open slots for those as well. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, which is my heart and soul in video form. If you feel called to it, I'd be honored to have you over there as well. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved.